it wild how a power suit can ruin your life. Red hair, one stare, and suddenly you're rewatching X-Files every night. Jillian said, trust no man. Kate said, try women instead. She wasn't out, but my heart was in. Rachel with a sword, that was my origin. Ain't it strange how the canon forgot all the tension, all the heat, all the looks? We saw it, we felt it, we paused it, we yelled it. She saved the world, but wrecked our brain. She raised the dead and sparked our flame. She wasn't loud, but she was loud, and I was saying it proud. That's so Sapphic.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of That's So Sapphic.
I'm Alexi Melvin.
And I'm Jane Postlethwaite, and we are very excited for this episode. It's one we've been wanting to do for a while. It's Ocean's 8.
I'm super excited. It's good. I think it's a good launching point for many reasons. We're still pretty early. We're pretty early in the series, and you know, each of the women that we're about to speak about are going to get their own episodes. We should just put that out there.
They get their own episode, their own award, their own t-shirt.
Yeah.
Alexi is holding the Ocean's 8 mug that I designed for my store, sohilarious.com. Go check it out. And I am wearing, if you're lucky enough to be watching us, my Sarah Paulson t-shirt. I've lost there is an Ocean's 8 t-shirt that I have in my store. I have it. It's been stolen. It's been so good. Someone has stolen it off me between Brighton and
I would
here.
steal it.
Yeah.
I would definitely steal it.
So yeah, I'll put the links to that in the description so you can go and check them out. But yeah, this film, 2018 it came out, which doesn't seem that long ago. It seems like
it is when you
year.
think of it. Yeah, it if you think of it in terms of, you know, Sapphic social media and lesbian TikTok, this was before that.
It was.
So can you imagine if a film like this came out now? Like it would explode.
Yes.
The Sapphic interwebs. We would all explode.
Yeah. So it was part of the Ocean's films, which I realized I don't give a shit about any of the other films. I don't even think this film needed to be part of the Ocean's empire. I think it could have just been its own thing on its own, and we would have shown up for it.
It could have been anything. Like the plot of this film, it doesn't matter. Nobody paid attention to the actual plot. The plot was, you know, Sandra Bullock feeding Cate Blanchett.
Yeah, that was the whole show.
The plot was Sandra Bullock backing Sarah Paulson up into a wall in the garage. Yeah. Like that was the plot.
Cate Blanchett's outfits had their own plot, subplot.
Oh,
that could be the Ocean's 8 too. What happened?
Yes, I mean, Cate Blanchett's character's wardrobe was another kind of awakening for me, I think.
I was thinking it's before it officially came out, but it's when I was like, oh yeah, I'm bisexual. But this film really rocked me, and I remember watching it and not really seeing when it first came out, and then when I did watch it in the comfort of my own home, things went on in my body that I wasn't ready for. Like a lot of things. I was like,
so many things. There's 8 of them. It's almost too much. I would like to know what kinds of things.
Well, tingles and Cate Blanchett's outfits. I mean, we'll get to that, but
yes,
I think that was the first time she stood out for me in a sexual way of like, oh.
Yeah.
She's doing things to me.
Yeah.
I think it's so good. The film's so good as well because they're women of a certain age and mixed ages. So normally in this type of heist film, they wouldn't really have good roles, or they'd be like the partner or the girlfriend or the wife. Like they've got their own. I think that's what makes it so different. They're older women getting to star and lead the plot and run the plot.
Yeah. I don't think anybody in the cast at that time was even in their 20s.
No.
So yeah, I think we should first of all, I would hope that anybody listening has seen Ocean's 8, but if not, we've got Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Sarah Paulson, Rihanna, Helena Bonham Carter, Mindy Kaling, and Aquafina. And I love, like, I remember I used to play this game with my friends of like the most unlikely cast pairings you could ever think of, you know, and just like throw them together. That's what this feels like in the best way possible. Cause you're like, Sandra Bullock, Rihanna, you know, it's like, what?
Helena Bonham Carter, Aquafina.
And Aquafina, yeah, of course.
It was great. It was like surprise after surprise. Yeah, I mean, should we just start how the film begins? Because that's pretty iconic.
Yeah. Well, it begins. Go ahead. You take it away.
Sandra Bullock in prison, about to be released, doing her speech about how she wants to be a better person. And then her outfit that she's been arrested in, she has to leave with, which is a killer dress. She's got her watch and everything. And I think the security guard has like helped her get out because she's saying about like she's done a deal for her or something. And then the security guard says, "What are you going to do?" She goes, "I've got $45. I can do whatever I want." And then there's just an amazing scene of her with this dress on, shoplifting, which I really enjoyed. I'm like, does that work? I think that's really exciting.
I know. I was really clever. It was really clever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the shoplifting, and then she has this scheme to get a hotel room, you know, from this, you know, couple that has just checked out of the hotel. And I'm just like, I remember watching it the first couple times being like, people are going to do this.
Yeah.
People are going to do it. We're going to try this. I mean, sure. Like hopefully, you know, people, department stores and hotels would be savvy enough to not let that happen. But if somebody is as charming as Sandra Bullock, I would let it happen, you know?
It was just the picking, like spraying the perfume and picking up the bits. It was just so slick and so good. And then she's walking like all the bags to the hotel room. You're like, oh, this is going to be good. And then we get introduced to Lou. Who
is played by Cate. And that character. I mean, I want to say, like, yes, Cate has played Sapphic, like outwardly Sapphic roles before in, you know, Carol and Tar, but for some reason, I know what reasons. This character is giving such Sapphic vibes; it's palpable. And again, like for me, you know, yes, I was wildly attracted to her, but at the same time, I don't typically go through this thing that I think a lot of Sapphics go through where it's like, do I want to be her or do I want to be with her?
Yeah.
That never really happened to me very often because I was like, I want to be with her. But with this character, I did kind of have that. I was like, that's my vibe.
Yeah.
Like I want to dress like that. I want to, you know, that's the kind of energy I want to walk into a room with. So I do kind of have that with Cate Blanchett. And especially in this role, it's like immaculate.
She has a blue suit on. Is that the beginning?
In the beginning,
she has a
possibly.
blue suit at some point, doesn't she?
She does. So, she's got like velvet suits. She's got leopard.
Also, where they live looks so cool. Like it's a big warehouse that they've made into a living space. I'm like, that looks
like a communal. I would like, there needed to be more scenes in that like communal space because clearly they were all just crashing together.
Yeah.
And like, that's the kind of Sapphic slumber party. Why did they not do more of that?
Yeah. More of a tour of the wardrobe as well.
Oh, that's not what I mean. I want to see more of the Sapphic slumber party. Like what goes on when they're just crashing. They're all just crashing together in this space. You can talk about the architectural aspects. I'm talking about like, what are they doing?
Who is spooning Rihanna?
Yeah.
Do they?
How did they not go more into that?
Are they sharing a bathroom? Is there a separate shower? Like what? You want to know the floor
in my
plan.
mind, they still what?
You want to know the floor plan.
In my mind, they still have this communal space and they like, you know, once every couple months they do the slumber party.
Yeah, they're all in their pajamas. What would they watch? What would they be watching? Carol.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know, it would be such an eclectic mix of things, I think.
It would be so good. But yeah, Cate Blanchett has the blue suit, and I remember when I interviewed you for my paranormal podcast, All the Terrible Things. I was saying to you, "Oh, you were when I first started following you. You had these pictures of you with this blue suit, and you were like, no, it's white.' I was like, no, I think it was blue. You were like, no, it's white. And then I
It
watched the
was white.
film, and I was like, oh, I mixed Alexi up with Cate Blanchett's outfit.
It
In my
happens.
mind, you were wearing that suit in those photographs. So
I want to wear that suit.
yeah.
I want every one of her, ensembles. But yeah, it happens all the time. People mix us up. It's fine.
Because when I started, when I got back into stand up a few years back after the pandemic, I was like, what is my look? What am I going for? And I remember just seeing these comics going on stage and they do stand up, and especially like male comics, they just wear the t-shirt and jeans. I'm like, no one remembers that comic. And I had a really important gig, and I bought myself a green suit. And I thought, they're going to remember the girl in the green suit. So, and it kind of worked. And then I just kept wearing suits on stage because, they'll remember the girl who dressed in the suit. So basically, I've got a whole Pinterest board of Cate Blanchett suits, which I've tried
Oh,
to
how terrible.
Yeah, I tried to emulate looks and things from that. So it's my go-to.
Yeah.
It's a secret board. We all have them. Do you have Pinterest? Because I've mentioned it a few times.
I'm not good at Pinterest.
Oh.
I should be. It seems like something that I would be good at, but I don't really Pinterest that often.
I feel like that would be good for you. We should get you
Yeah.
Pinterest in. Little private boards. You have a little
Yeah.
Gillian board, all your favorite Gillian pictures. And you just look at them when you're feeling a bit sad. Or you wonder, we need an outfit inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do collaborate with, in the past, I've collaborated with photographers that we're going to do photo shoots for. So there's a lot of Cate Blanchett. There's a lot of, androgynous models. There's a lot, the look that we're going for the photo shoots.
Oh, that's good.
So those are fun.
Yeah, we might have to do a That's So Sapphic board, public board, and we'll just put our favorite people on there and outfits.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, the iconic wardrobe, everyone was just dressed controversial, but maybe not Rihanna. Rihanna wasn't given the best outfits. How many lines did she have? 3?
She made an impression. She
was just
did
there.
what
She was just Rihanna. She was there. Iconic. Love that.
Yes. I will say, speaking of Rihanna, yes, she wasn't, she made an impression, but she wasn't, one of, she didn't have the most lines. She didn't have potentially the most fleshed out role. However, during the press tour, she was hilarious, which we can talk. Yes, we can talk about the press tour for Ocean's 8 later. But she was absolutely hysterical. And the dynamic between her and Sarah Paulson and Sandra and Kate, it was the best. So she did what she came to do. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just talk about it now. There's there's a Graham Norton interview where I believe it's Sarah, Rihanna, Helena Bonham Carter, I think Kate. I can't. I'll have to look back and see how many of them. Definitely Rihanna, Sarah, and Helena. And he asks if any of them have actually been to the Met Gala. And this is a TikTok sound that kind of went viral. And Helena Bonham Carter's like, no. And Sarah Paulson's kind of shocked at that. She's like, wait, you haven't? You have not. She's like, no. And Rihanna goes, it's because you wear dresses like that. It's she's wearing something that's a little maybe not the best, it's but it's very Helena. It's very eccentric. But just these zingers that Rihanna brought to the press tour was just incredible.
Helena Bonham Carter is one of my favorite people to Google because she steps out of her house like she is a bag lady. It's all designer stuff, but it's all thrown together with slippers and a long skirt over it's it's a whole vibe. So Google
It's a
that as
vibe.
well.
It's a vibe. But clearly Rihanna was like, mm-mm.
This eccentric woman.
Yeah.
The Irish accent was a little bit jarring for me. That was her doing the Irish. I was like, oh, I don't know.
It didn't bother me that much.
Okay, that's good.
I thought she was great though.
So the relationship between like Sandra and Kate, so Debs and Lou, this is where the whole Sapphic mythology around the film.
You mean when we ship people?
Yeah, like the whole lore around it being
The
a
lore.
Sapphic film is
Yes.
to
Yeah.
do with these two characters because they're very at
Oh
ease
yeah.
with each other. They're
Mm-hmm.
very, again, like we said, with hunting wives, little touches, a little bit of feeding. Nothing too like overly sexual, but there's a past there, which I think you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, because their chemistry is so great. So I think that's where a lot of the fan fiction comes into play, that they've had a romantic relationship before.
Yes, I would like to read some of this fan fiction. We know it exists.
Yeah, there's a few Reddit forums. I think I might have accidentally
Definitely,
looked over.
stumbled into.
Oopsie.
Definitely some TikTok edits, which I'm sure I've reacted to many of them.
Yeah, because they're so natural, and I think I love. I don't know if Sarah Paulson had been in tons of stuff I've seen. Was it American Horror
Yeah, American Horror Story.
Story? I was going to say show. American Horror Story, where has two heads. I thought that was pretty incredible.
Yeah. Wait, are we glazing over the Sapphic tension? Because do we want to dive more into the tension between?
We can do.
Well, I mean, what do you think? What do you think it is? I think it's. I mean, they act like a couple, and that wasn't a mistake. That was a choice. You know, they act like a couple. They act what it's giving is like, you know, I think in Ocean's 11, starring, you know, Brad Pitt and George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Okay.
There's this dynamic between George Clooney and Brad Pitt that like they're besties. You know, they have a fun dynamic similar to Lou and Deb. Is that her name?
Yeah, Debs. Yeah.
That's her, Deb. I'm just sorry. I'm so captivated by Lou. Anyway, so yeah, Brad Pitt and George Clooney kind of have a similar vibe, but then there's this dynamic between George Clooney and Julia Roberts where, you know, he gets out of prison and there's still this like tension between them. And, you know, it's kind of giving this hybrid, I think, where they're ex-lovers and also, you know, for the straight people to feel comfortable, they're just friends. So I feel like there was this sort of, I feel like it was a choice, right? Like I feel like they wanted both of these relationships to kind of be present in Ocean's 8, and they just kind of encapsulate both of them. So it's like the tension is there.
And, you know, we've all got friends, female friends, that we could just turn up and be like, I need to get rid of a body. And they'd be like,
oh, absolutely.
Where do you need me?
Absolutely. But I think there's a difference. I think there's a little bit of a difference because it's like when you watch Lou's reaction to Deb, it's like, just like, oh God, but I still love her. You know, it's not just like a, yeah, bestie, we got this, you know, it's not like, it's like a, oh, of course I'm going to do it for her, you know?
Because Sandra's old love interest, I mean, the film is about revenge as well as everything else. He's so like, he's just like,
oh, it's a throwaway character
about him. And I feel Cate Blanchett her character clearly knows this. Yeah, Sandra Bullock. I can't even imagine them being a couple. And I feel like, because I've dated men, there's been one of them in my life where, like, what the hell was it about him? What was it? Because no one else can see it.
I don't think you're even meant to.
No, and that's very well cast. Because he's not,
Yeah.
like, super gorgeous. No offense to him if he's listening. He's not, like, super heartthrobby. He just looks like any English man walking down the street to me.
Yeah. We're not supposed to feel any attachment to that relationship because it's not even it's not a developed character.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just kind of it's a throwaway character. So we're not that again, that was intentional. They wanted us to pay attention to the chemistry between Deb and Lou.
Because he's the reason she's in jail.
Right.
But you're just like, ugh.
Right. But if this were a fully, if this were a film that was catering just to the sort of straight people, then they probably would have developed that relationship more.
Exactly.
Where like it's we kind of want them to get together in the end, and no.
Who do we know whose idea this film was? Do we know whether there was female directors?
I was just thinking about this.
Like, did they know what they were doing?
I was just thinking about that before we got on this podcast.
For me as well, watching the film, it was kind of like as a teenager when the Spice Girls came out, not literally, just their songs came out, you were like, we haven't had this before. And I feel like with Ocean's 8, it was like, we've not had a full female cast who don't need men. They're self-sufficient. They're doing this amazing heist. They just need other women.
Well, it's directed by Gary Ross. Okay. Written by him and somebody named Olivia Milch. She is, let's see, gained prominence as the co-writer of Ocean's 8. So let's see, is she gay? Because she's about my age. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Because here's the thing, we had Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids was like the big female film written by females, all female central roles. And then 2 years before Ocean's 8, we had Ghostbusters, the female Ghostbusters, which I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I thought, great, little girls are going to be watching this and thinking, cool. But the amount of criticism, even the guy who was involved with it is like dismissed it. It's not even acknowledged again in the Ghostbusters universe, which I think is very unfair.
Right.
So I reckon it was probably a bit of a gamble for them because they're like, that didn't land, and we're in oceans. These ocean films are very male centric, and then we're going to throw an all-female cast. But there must have been someone being like, if we have the right people.
I'm now curious if this Olivia is I looked her up. I can't, she's not on Instagram.
She's not.
Is why. No, I'm sad.
We would be DMing her right now. Excuse me.
I want to know. Yeah, if she's not Sapphic, then she certainly has an understanding
were any of
the Sapphic community.
I wonder if any of the cast were producers. Sometimes that happens, doesn't it? I know Nicole Kidman often has a pause in as a producer on projects.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm really curious about how it came about. It probably says in the interviews on YouTube, which I will be watching for the rest of the week.
Interviews about just like the press tour.
Yeah, like how it all came about. Oh my God. And
Yeah.
I mean, have we ever had a heist film that's been female led? I don't think we have. We think about the genres. Because someone said it's like a female Mission Impossible, which it kind of is, but it's just because it's a heist film.
I mean, we certainly haven't had one to this
level
degree. But yeah, I can't really think of one. I mean, I can certainly think of, sort of heist films that were Sapphic awakenings, but they, it also involved men, like Entrapment with Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones, like the
Great
Catherine
film.
Zeta-Jones of it all.
Yeah.
Yep,
The splits of it all.
worked for me. The lasers, the laser rehearsal.
Yeah, jazz shoes.
Oh God,
Get some red string.
yeah, yeah. But was it so overtly, female? No.
No.
So
And they fell in
so
love
yeah,
at
I
the
don't think
end.
so.
So boo. Trigger warning. We are talking about straight relationships.
Sorry, it was a reaction.
It's really bad though. Like now, it's not a bad thing, but I really noticed it. I think I've said this before. My TikTok is all LGBTQ plus people. My algorithms are just showing me that. My reality is that. So when I'm scrolling through films, I'm like, ugh, 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 ugh.
I think it's a blessing and a curse. Because I love that. I love that we are so immersed in this, sort of queer female bubble.
Yeah.
But when we go outside of that, it's like, oh God,
It's very triggering.
my eyes. I got invited to a wedding. It's like a straight wedding, recently. And I'm like, oh God, those still exist.
I haven't got any female friends that would invite me to their wedding, straight wedding.
This is a family thing, unfortunately.
I was like centered myself where that just cannot happen. And even if I got married, I don't have enough friends to be bridesmaids as well. Like, it's just not my thing. New kid, like, your friends are drawing bridesmaid dresses. And we're making witches' brews.
Yeah. You know what? Your wedding's going to be on your terms. I certainly don't have enough female friends to have a lineup of.
No.
Well, okay, like
you have a couple of close friends.
Maybe I definitely have enough close friends to where I could, but like
I don't want to.
I don't really want to. Like maybe I would have 2 or 3 of my best friends. One of my friends I know is singing at my wedding because she happens to be the voice of singing voice of Princess Jasmine. Because why wouldn't we want Lea Salonga singing at our wedding? I know that's happening.
Yeah.
So now I've said it and she can't get out of it.
Now people are going to cut this podcast up and we'll frame it that we are actually getting married because you just said our wedding.
Oh, did I? What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I did not say that. I'm going to rewind this in real time. No, I did not say that. I said, what do you mean? I did not. I was talking about my friends singing at my wedding.
I might be teasing Alexi a little bit.
You don't even like Disney.
I know. I don't like Disney. I'm prepared to be my mind to be changed, but it hasn't been the best time for Disney at the moment, is it?
Well, it's true. Like, it's not the best time to be a Disney fan.
I like it for you.
Thank you.
Like it makes you really happy. So,
well, I am going to change Jane's mind when it comes to Disney parks. I'm going to change your mind on that. You don't have to be like sitting. You don't have to be sitting at home like watching The Little Mermaid every day. Just
you're going to Clockwork Orange me like this. Just Disney film after Disney film.
No,
with tears.
The parks, yes.
The parks, yeah. All right.
Parks.
Okay. I mean, they have like
We've gotten so off topic. How are we? Okay, how are we gonna loop this back? You keep
talking about us getting married, and it's just very confusing. Yeah.
Well, I think on my mind is clearly Lou and Deb's wedding.
Yes. Oh, imagine.
I am imagining.
They'd have the like after party at the warehouse they live in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so that would be lit.
Can we move on to Paulson?
Oh, please.
I think what I was saying earlier is that I'd seen her in all these other things. Bird Box came out in the pandemic, I think, after, didn't it? With Sandra. She played Sandra's sister in Bird Box. Have you seen Bird Box?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when it came out.
Bird Box came out the same year. Because I feel like there was a year when Sarah was on so many things. And I was like, oh, I'm noticing her as well. And to see her play Sandra's sister was really natural as well.
Sarah's always working.
She
She's
is.
never not in something.
She's hard working. So her
Yes.
character, Tammy, is this mom, 2 kids, I think. She's in a relationship. She's got all these bikes and equipment in the garage.
It's basically the opposite of Sarah. Like, she's
Yes.
nothing like that character, unless she's a hoarder,
And it,
which I don't think she is.
just because Deb, Sandra's character, says to her, how do you explain all this? And she's like, eBay.
eBay.
But I loved it. Really made me laugh. She's like, oh, mummy's got to go and work, and like she's completely ignoring the kids' needs because she wants to go on this adventure. She's just like,
Yeah.
you're staying here, and then she shoves her bag in the car. Like, can't wait to go. Well, that's really funny, knowing Sarah's personal life. That's just not her. So I love that character, Tammy. Calling her Tammy as well. I think she had a wig on.
I feel like
which wasn't very glamorous.
Oh, she definitely had a wig on. It reminded me sort of Sarah's earlier roles, because I remember seeing Sarah like as sort of, the best friend role, like a lot in the, late 90s, early 2000s. And it sort of reminded me like a tribute to her earlier roles in a way.
Yeah.
But it was cute. And there was definitely tension between her and Deb. Like I said, there's that moment where she kind of backs her up into the wall. I'm like, oh, damn.
God, all these characters just Deb's ex-girlfriends.
That's another theory. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to be thinking about that. I wonder what the backstory would be for Anne Hathaway's character and Deb. Because she's like the starlet,
Yeah. Did we have... I mean, these were... there was people that she had history with, and then she was like new people.
Right. Or are they?
Oh, are they? Interesting.
Because, like I said, I would love a sort of, hidden backstory between Anne Hathaway and Sandra Bullock's characters. That'd be kind of hot.
I feel like Anne Hathaway's very straight. I don't really get much Sapphic vibes off her.
No, but what I will say is that this is the first film that I felt super attracted to her in a way that made me feel things.
What were you feeling?
Special things. Like you said, like tingles, the tingles. Because I kind of grew up watching Anne Hathaway with, Princess Diaries and, but she was giving like femme daddy. She was giving like femme daddy energy at the end, especially because, like, whatever, spoiler alert, when you realize that she is in on it and that she like knew and knows now what is happening, and she kind of just struts into the loft and is like, she's wearing this kind of like bustier top and jeans, and she's just kind of like giving daddy. I was like, oh my, this film just got even more fun for me.
And I wonder if female actresses are naturally more that way around other female actresses when there's no men in the dialogue and it's just female scenes. They can kind of drop the more passive.
I mean, conditioning is rough, especially when you are in the Hollywood realm. It's like female actresses have been conditioned to believe or carry themselves in such a way that, that's the only way you would get in, to the industry. Obviously that's changing. Thank God. And I think Ocean's 8 is, a fantastic example of like, yes, it was a male director, but clearly it was very female driven. All these actresses had a lot of agency, and especially going back to Anne Hathaway, she had just had a baby, like not too long before. And if you look up interviews of her talking about her experience on Ocean's 8, the support she had around feeling insecure about her body, because, you know, she was feeling more curvy than she normally had been in her life. And
I wouldn't even notice that. She just looked,
yeah. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, as women, we go through this, you know, feeling a different way about our bodies, feeling insecure. Of course, it's a very human experience, but the support that she immediately had, like with this cast, she talks about it, and it's really beautiful because, you know, she said that she remembers Sandra Bullock being like, looking good, like, you know, and then what did Kate say? Like, nice jeans, Hathaway, or something. And then like, and then Rihanna said like, damn, you got a ass. You got an ass like me, or something. And she said that just like really like shaped her experience on set, and you know, made her feel so much more empowered, which I just love that.
I mean, I talk a lot about costumes and styling in films and how that relates to characters. But I think whenever you put a female in a suit, I've never really seen a female being super feminine when they're wearing a suit. They always seem so like there's a different vibe to it.
Absolutely.
If you say that she walked in with jeans and like a bustier on, she's, because before that we saw her in dresses, like that's a little character change as well.
Yeah.
And it affects the way, obviously, we know when you sit as well. If you've got trousers on, you can sit more masculine. You just feel different. I mean, did you ever go through a phase of wearing dresses?
Yeah. In my, you know, in my 20s when I was trying to be an actress, again, that like, even then that would have been, I don't know, like it's still like early-ish 2000s, but still, I thought that because I had long hair at the time, because I have feminine features, you know, like I had to be a femme.
Yeah.
So I felt terrible in my body, and now, you know, I realize why. But yeah, I definitely did. I wore dresses. I still will occasionally fuck with a dress, but it has to be there has to be something edgy about it. Yeah. Like the last time I wore a dress, it was kind of like a blazer dress. So it was, you know, built like a blazer. It was kind of short though. Like my legs were legs. But there was but it was like a blazer with like kind of feathers at the bottom. Oh yeah. So it was there's something androgynous about it.
Yeah. Because I think as well, like when going back to doing comedy as well, when I tried wearing dresses on stage, and I used to always bomb like early on, very like over 10 years ago. And it's just like, because I didn't feel like myself. Yeah, absolutely. And even when I was looking for my t-shirt upstairs, I rooted through some old boxes of clothes. And I thought, oh my God, there's so many dresses in here. I don't think I'm ever going to wear these again. Like cool prints on them, but I'm like, it's just not me.
I think now we're also seeing this, I don't want to say trend, but like there's, you know, there are a lot more straight actresses that are wearing suits and wearing androgynous clothing, which, you know, a lot of Sapphics will say like, oh, we're confused now. We don't know. Well, okay. Like, but at the same time, I don't want to tell them not to do that, because we all have, you know, a balance of masculine, feminine. And I think it's great to see any woman, you know, feeling more comfortable in clothing that was traditionally meant for men. I have no problem with it.
So I have a question for you. So if Ocean's 8, if Sandra and Kate, they had a outwardly queer storyline, do you think it would add to the film, or do you think it would sidetrack the film? Do you prefer having that like simmering backstory, or do you think it would work as a queer film?
I think that there could still be the simmering backstory. I just think it would be a fuller arc. Like, can we just see what we all know to be true, and like, can we just see it take shape? You know, like clearly they had a history. Then she agreed to, you know, do the thing because she was still in love with her. And then we just need to be satisfied at the end.
We need some touches. We need a tequila off the shoulder, please.
Yes,
A watered down
please.
vodka.
Definitely that, but also like, yeah, just say it with your chest. Like, y'all, I was gonna say something else. Dated.
I think as well with all the female characters, they are like they're searching for something or they need a change in their life. Because Mindy's character, I think she's working for the family business and she's really miserable and she needs to like come out of her shell. I mean, we don't know too much about, is it Aquafina? I may have saying it right, or Aquafina. Aquafina. I don't know much about Aquafina's past, do we? She kind of rolls in. She's one of my favorite. She plays comedy and she plays an almost masculine character in most of the films she's in. I think it's Renfield. Have you seen Renfield? About the it's got Nicolas Cage in it as a vampire, and Renfield is his familiar, and Aquafina is the police officer, and it's so.
This sounds like a fever dream. Oh my god!
I think you really love it. It's really funny because it's comedy, but it's horror as well, and there's some really mundane bits that like hit the comedy. I watched it a few times, and yeah, she is so good in that. But yeah, we don't really know too much about her character, or we know a little bit about Mindy's character, but we do know like at the end they're all quids in. They've got their money, they can do whatever they want in life, which is so satisfying to see. I think all the way through I
want to know what they did.
Yeah, I want to know. And then why do they have to meet up again? Like, where's the next film?
I think it's such a missed opportunity. They haven't done a next film, which would be Ocean's
25.
Doesn't matter.
Who cares?
We can do 7. Like maybe who would we cast off the island if it was Ocean's 7?
I don't know anything about the other film. I remember watching the other films, but I cannot remember them. Whereas this film is etched onto my brain.
Well, of course.
So did we answer that? Oh yeah, you did say that you wanted an arc. You wanted it to play out. Yeah, we did answer that.
Of course, we all want to see them actually make out. What kind of question is that? Why would I? If there's a choice between seeing them make out versus not seeing them make out, what do you think?
I think you want to see them make out soon. What do you think it is? Why are we as women responding so strongly to a woman in a suit? Why does Cate Blanchett in a suit do something?
Have we not talked about this? I feel like I've been asked this.
We might have done it with Gillian. I mean, you look back to 1920s. I really like the 1920s era of theatre where women were playing masculine roles, and it's just To you,
and I've answered this on a few different podcasts at this point, I think, but okay. I still have the same answer, I think, which is these women are taking up space in a different way.
Yes.
And they are playing with the balance of masculine and feminine in a way that has not been done in the past so much, other than what you said, like, these sort of old Hollywood starlets would kind of do, like, and then it kind of went away, right? Like we would see Marlene Dietrich and, like Katharine Hepburn, like they would embody this sort of androgynous spirit in real life and also the roles they're playing. And then it kind of went away. Like it became like it was not normalized anymore once we sort of hit the sort of 1950s trad wife thing. And then, and now it's back. And one of my favorite things is when I see a woman exploring or discovering where she falls on the androgyny spectrum. And there's no wrong answer, and that can also change day to day. It certainly does for me, like if you look on my Instagram and the photo shoots that I do, like I love playing with the balance. Um, and how are you showing up on that spectrum today? And clearly, people like Cate, she likes to be a little further on, this way on the spectrum, where she does have that like masculine presence, even when she's wearing dresses, right? It doesn't have to be specific to when she's wearing a suit, but I think it just,
Yeah, I think that's such
it can hit.
an important point of like taking up space, as well as the scale, the balance on the scale. Taking up space, you can literally take up more space, like physically, mentally, just by wearing a suit. You can sit differently, you can run, you can move. Whereas dresses and like footwear, like we're as females, we're supposed to have that under our heel. That's what you want us to walk on. I've just been watching
It's a really good point.
Real Housewives of London, and they're all in the tiny dresses and their heels. I'm like, don't you realize how much that is constraining you as a human?
Yeah.
It goes back to like women up taking less space and have to be tiny and can't run away.
It's a really good point, because when you literally look back and see like, oh, we in the fashion industry, the fashion industry has literally designed it so that women can take up less space. Like that was intentional.
Yeah.
And that's not, I want to be careful to not say, I don't want to say that you can't still take up space if you feel
confident,
empowered in dresses. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. I think that speaks even more to, power femmes, if they really do feel empowered in dresses and heels, because they still can energetically take up that space. That speaks volumes to their energy, because it was kind of meant to be restrictive.
Yeah, and women want to be like straight women want to be like super feminine sometimes and be girly and all of that. It's just, as you say,
and lesbians.
It's a big spectrum of showing up, and kind of, I still feel like I'm still working that out as well. And before we started recording, I was saying to you about my hair, because I was saying how long it's got, but I was I saw the Cate Blanchett photo shoot where she's got like a buzz cut, and part of me was like, oh, that looks kind of good. I've only ever once had a buzz cut.
It's a wig.
Yeah, and you told me it was a wig, and I was like, okay. I don't know if all this hair would fit under a wig, because I can't even try it. But
you could play with wigs.
Yeah,
that could be a fun thing you could do.
I get that thing around, because I get like intrusive thoughts around scissors, or I'm like, I have a little voice that's like, you could just cut your hair off right now, and I'm like, oh god, take the scissors away. I did it once, and I just chopped that bit, and then my hairdresser buzz cutted me just down the side, which felt amazing. So I'm like, I think once in my life I'd like to see what it's like. Maybe I should just try the wigs. But I'm worried about having like a weird shaped head. Imagine if you get it done and then you're like, I've got the weird, like.
I think any hairdresser would be able to tell you, like, maybe this is not the choice.
My hairdresser was like, never come to me if you want that doing. She's like, you're gonna have to go somewhere else. Yeah, so I'm not doing it, and then you don't like it, and that will ruin my life.
Right.
And then I look at people's long hair, and I'm like, oh, the hair looks nice. I think because it's so high maintenance as well. Sometimes you're just like, Elizabeth Gilbert has shaved her hair off, and she looks cool. But
I would recommend it it's very freeing to chop your hair, as I can speak to that.
I think I'd like try going up and try the different styles going up.
You could. It is very confusing though when you see, because like Cate has done it a few times. Nicole Kidman did it recently, where the wigs are very convincing.
Yeah, they look so real.
It's like, oh my god, Nicole Kidman just copied my haircut. And then I'm like, oh, she has long hair again. Never mind.
It's so weird.
Never mind.
We should try Halloween, try and find one. I don't know where all the hair would go though, to like tuck it under.
It is also, it's wild to me. Like, people have told me that I look like Cate Blanchett for probably a decade at this point. And thank you. But I don't often see it, but like when I see these, photo shoots of her with shorter hair, I'm like, the fuck? The fuck? Like, it is kind of wild. All right. No. I have a question. If you could pick one actress, no, not actress, character, one character from the cast, and so one character that you want to marry, and one character that you want to be roomies with, like besties for the resties. And that's going to be a tough conversation with the roomie once you get married to the other one. That's going to be awkward. But
obviously, Nine Ball.
You're going to marry Nine Ball?
No. Too much smoking weed.
That's fair.
Okay, it's a toss-up, isn't it, between Sandra and Cate?
So predictable.
You're gonna have Cate for sure.
Go ahead and answer for me. That's fine.
That what you're gonna?
I don't know. Apparently so. God.
100 pounds. Alexi.
I actually hadn't thought about it. Oh. I was gonna. You have to answer first.
Okay. Well, I'm torn between.
Don't just answer for me,
bitch. Get slapped across the podcast. Ow. It's between Sandra and Cate. I do. No, it's so hard because Lou's got
We're
the
talking
good.
about the characters.
Yeah, Lou has got the good wardrobe, and she's probably my size if I don't have IBS. And then Deb. I like Deb. I think Lou is more fun, but might be a bit more unpredictable. But then Deb's might... God, I don't know. It's so hard.
I don't have anywhere to be. It's fine.
All right, I'm going to pick Lou to marry and then be mates with Debs. But yeah, it took a while to weigh up between them. What are you going to go for?
Well, now I feel like I can't give the same answer.
You can. Just say it.
No.
But you were going to pick that. It's hard. It is hard for anyone listening to pick between them.
When I used to be attracted to toxic women, I probably would have chosen Anne Hathaway's character to marry. I'd be like, that one.
Wow.
But I don't now. I've changed.
Yeah.
And I do feel that Lou, even though they all engage in questionable, career choices, Lou is more grounded in herself.
I feel that.
And I think she has a more nurturing vibe about her.
Mm-hmm.
So I would marry Lou. I know everybody is so shocked.
Deb has just come out of prison as well, and she needs to just get grounded, I feel.
My answer of who I would want to be roomies with actually is Awkwafina. I think that would be a good time. However, I would be worried that she would just like steal my shit all the time.
Play music loud, getting late.
I would just be worried she would, because she's always, she's like, she's pickpocketing and she's doing, but like also there's a certain level of accountability that would come in because we live together. So like, obviously I'm going to be like, where's my whatever? Yeah. And I would find it in her, under her pillow. So I think it's fine.
Okay.
But I think she would be fun.
Wow. There's a turn up for the books. And what about Debs? She's just running free, getting
I don't know about Deb. I mean, I don't think it would work out between us.
I love how we're seriously considering this like it is going to happen.
I just think Deb would be bad for me.
Listeners.
I think she would.
Yeah. I think she needs a lot of work on herself. 5 years.
She has some work to do.
5 years is a long time to be off
I mean, we know
TikTok and
that they
things.
weren't offering. We know that they weren't offering like healing practices in that prison. Like she has a lot to.
Yeah.
She has a lot to work
She'd
on.
get you really good
She needs
presents, though.
That's true.
Oh, with the tags on. Still.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, what did they get each? 16 million? Something ridiculous,
Something like that.
wasn't it? Oh, wonder what happened to that wardrobe. Kate's wardrobe.
I hope that she stole some of
I
it.
hope she's got it. I hope she's got it. Listeners, let us know, who are you gonna marry out of the characters, and who are you gonna be roomies with?
I'm sure that the answers will be varied.
They better be.
I'm joking. They're not. It's going to be one of two.
It's one
like,
of two. Yeah. On the internet as well, it was written, does the movie pass the would lesbians do this test? And the list was meticulously plan. Yes. Recruit friends. Yes. And
yeah.
/exes. Wear grey outfits, of course. And steal expensive jewelry just to prove a point. Yeah, we would. So give us another film. If your favorite person, Tom Cruise, was to think of the future of Mission Impossible, he should now hand it over to, I don't know if this is the last film he's just done, the Final Reckoning one that you won't have seen. But he should now hand over the franchise to the women, I think. Let's do all female Mission Impossible. Tom, redeem yourself.
The one thing that I know about this past film is that Hannah Waddingham was in it, right?
Oh,
She's
yeah.
my bestie.
Yeah, I think she was in the room with the president trying to decide whether they were going to blow up a state.
Well, I think he needs to hand it over to Hannah. Hannah Waddingham needs to take over the Mission Impossible franchise.
But the woman who played
That's my vote. Many lesbians will agree with me.
The woman who played the president is also a good.
Are you not familiar with Hannah Waddingham?
I am now. I just Googled her.
Oh my God.
We're all not. I'm not in this New York.
She's British.
Oh, is she? I was gonna say like Broadway world.
Well, yeah, she is. She started out as a theater actress, so
I mean,
yes, maybe I have a little bit more insight.
Yeah, I've seen her face.
She was also in Ted Lasso.
Okay. This is she sang with the guy who wrote Ted Lasso on stage. I did watch that. They sang the Shallows song together. Did you just leave to get a moment?
I had to leave the frame because you're not familiar with Hannah Waddingham.
Well, this is the beauty of the podcast, because you're educating me on things that
so many things
have gone over my head. So this is, and listeners as well, were like educating. Alexi is so angry with me right now.
I did the gay, I don't even know what you would call it.
She stormed off. Just left me here. I've been in the studio like half an hour waiting for her to come back.
Yeah.
She came back with Hannah Waddingham.
Yeah, I went and found her.
Hang on a minute. Hannah, get in here now.
That is something that I would do.
You got to remember, this is the whole, I feel like my life has been blinkers, unhappy, and then my blinkers have been taken off, and I finally realized who I am, and now I'm rediscovering all these things. That's the beauty of it. So yes, you can shout at me and point me in directions. Are you feeling better now?
Will. I feel good.
Oh my God. People who are watching, you're in for a treat. Watch this on Spotify. It's the most aggressive episode we've ever done. It's only episode 7 or 8.
I feel like eventually we're going to have a ranking of me getting angry.
Yes,
moments
please.
that I get upset, moments that I get pissed off that you don't know something.
Yeah, I love it. Bring it. Yeah, it's her and what's it called, who wrote Ted Lasso, who used to be engaged to Olivia Wilde. Jason Sudeikis.
Jason
Jason
Sudeikis,
Sudeikis and
yeah.
Hannah do a duet, and it's really good. I've watched that. I
Yeah,
haven't
okay,
watched that show though, Ted Lasso.
well, clearly we're gonna need to do like a Hannah Waddingham episode because there's a lot of things.
Yeah. Does that wrap it up? Have we covered everything we
I
wanted
think
to
so.
say? I think so. If we haven't, just comment, let us know. As a follow-up to Rachel Weisz of it all, someone told us that we didn't mention the favorite.
Hold on, some sirens are coming.
To arrest me for not knowing who Hannah.
Okay, they stopped. Yeah.
I just called the cops
Seriously.
on you.
God.
They're coming for you. Just being aggressive.
Okay, yes, we got called out for not mentioning the favorite.
We did get, and then
Which,
you said you weren't bothered about that. I didn't even know it existed.
you know, I feel ashamed because, like, yes, it is, you know, Sapphic. There are some Sapphic moments, but it's really just not my vibe as a film. So it just completely, I forgot.
Yeah, I tried to watch
I
it.
take
I got
ownership.
about 7 minutes in. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. But thanks for commenting. We tried.
Yeah,
And it's nice that
it's good to call it out.
Yeah, nice that you enjoy it for yourself. So one of the questions we've had in again is, how did this podcast come about? I think we mentioned it in episode 1, but I don't know whether I give the full story. So basically,
The lore.
I had Alexi on my podcast, All the Terrible Things, to talk about her spooky experiences. Go and listen to it. And then I think we did it on a Friday. And then Friday night, I couldn't sleep because I was like, we need to do another episode. And I was like, oh no, it's not out, it's out. I had this vision of us doing a podcast, and then I was awake till like 3 a.m, and it all came through. I was like, this is what it needs to be called. This is what we could do. This would be the artwork. It'd be us two in a suit. And it all came through, you know, like people have like downloads, they call them.
I didn't know that it was that intense. I didn't know it
not?
kept you up at night.
Yeah.
No.
So that night,
That's intense.
yeah. And then the next day, I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I was like, me and Lexi like knew who each other were, but we hadn't spent that much time. Like
Well, you thought that I hated you
Yeah.
for a hot minute there, which is hysterical.
She did a little bit. Did you a little bit one time?
What?
Did you a little bit not like me one time?
Did I? No, I didn't.
Okay.
I never not. I
Okay.
never hated you.
Well, I
No.
used to think Alexi hated me. Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah,
I know it
you
now.
did think that.
I know what she's all about. It's fine.
Yeah, I do. I do hate you. I just put up with you, but it worked.
So that night I had the idea, and the next day it stuck with me, and I was like, oh, Alexi's really busy. You know, she's got more followers than me, so I'm probably below her. And I think it took...
Yeah.
We messaged back and forth a bit, and then I was like, I've got an idea. Can I send you it? But I'd already wrote out the email, like as a pitch. And I was so nervous to send it. And I was like, well, the only thing she can say is no. And I sent it, and you're like, oh my God, yes. And I was like, oh, okay, we're going to have to do it now. And this is how it happened. So you don't know that. But a lot of my best ideas and things have come through like that. They come in fully formed, like my t-shirt company, running my comedy workshops, doing stand-up comedy. Like it all came through as like, this is what you should be doing. So there you go.
Love that.
Yeah. Obviously, I couldn't say that to you. I couldn't be like, hey, I've been awake till 3 a.m. thinking about
I wish you would have.
me and you doing a podcast.
Hey, it's 4:30 right now, my time, and I just can't stop thinking about you and us.
and us on our wedding.
What we could do together.
But it's like I had the idea for the logo came through, the name, because I was like, I've got a name, but we can change it if you want. I was like, that's so Sapphic. Because it just like something, yeah. And I've always gone on like intuition, but then I was so nervous that you were going to be like, no. But yeah. And here we are, episode 8. Ocean's 8, episode 8. Perfect.
Oh my God. I so planned that. I planned it. I did.
Wink.
I did.
I'm doing one of my Rosie O'Donnell winks.
Hot.
So yeah, thank you for listening to our Ocean's 8 episode. Please leave us a comment if you want to contribute. You can also email us at thatssosapphicpodcast@gmail.com. We are That's So Sapphic Pod on Instagram. I think we've got a TikTok as well, but definitely follow us on Instagram. Check out the episode that I did with Alexi on her spooky stories, seeing as though it's spooky season. And yeah, we've got loads of really exciting episodes coming your way. So do subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. You can leave us a nice 5-star review. If it's anything lower, don't bother. We don't need that negativity.
Oh, and let us know which of these actresses in Ocean's 8 you want us to do a full episode on first.
Yes, because obviously Cate is already on the list, but we're limbering up for that one.
Yeah.
Sarah Paulson.
It's a lot, yeah.
On the list.
Do my runner's stretch.
But yes, do check out Alexi's other podcast, which is Sapphic Panic, wherever you get your podcasts. Listen to mine. I'll be adding some new ghost stories to All the Terrible Things, which is ghost stories from LGBTQ plus people. So tune into that. When does this go? I think this is going out before we do our live night. So exciting news. Alexi is coming to Manchester.
What?
Yeah. You're coming to Manchester on the 24th.
Against my will.
I've got so much blackmail material. Friday the 24th of October, 2025. If you're listening for the future, hello. Yeah, we're going to have a night of comedy. There'll be stand-up comedy from Sapphic comedians, and then we are going to do some spooky stories from the audience and listeners. So yeah, if you want to send us a spooky story as well, we might read it out. And we're also going to ask about some of our audience's favourite Sapphic actresses, and we're going to do a little live episode from there. Have you been to Manchester before, Alexi? Excited?
I've been all over England. I have somehow missed the Manchester area, so I'm very excited.
So you can get tickets. I'll put the link in the description of this episode as well, so check that out. Otherwise, I think it's in both our link trees, in our links in our bios on Instagram and TikTok. So come meet us. Don't be weird, but come meet us. We will say hello. You can have a picture with us. You can I hug people. Do you hug people? You can have a free hug. Hug, yeah.
Like, ooh.
No, you can look at Alexi and you can hug me. And you can get
maybe if I'm in a good mood.
We'll see.
If I'm in a good mood, we can make eye contact. Yes, I will give out hugs.
Yay. It's in a really lovely venue. It's called Social Refuge, and it's queer lit as well, which is a bookshop. So it's a bar, coffee bar, bookshop, and downstairs is a really nice performance stage, and that's where we'll be. So come along, have coffee, buy a book. They've got LGBTQ merch there as well, which I always like to go and have a look at. So hopefully we'll see you there. If not, we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Ain't it wild how a power suit can ruin your life? Red hair, one stare, and suddenly you're rewatching X-Files every night. Jillian said, trust no man. Cate said, try women instead. She wasn't out, but my heart was in. Rachel with a sword, that was my origin. Ain't it strange how the cannon forgot all the tension, all the heat, all the looks watching X-Files every night. Trust no man, Cate said try women instead. She wasn't out, but she was loud, and now we're saying it proud. That's so sapphic. She wasn't out, but my heart was in. Rachel with a sword, that was my origin. Ain't it strange how the canon